Hello everyone and welcome to our third showcase of Nomad, the game. You just saw a little sneak peek of our playtesters and they've had a lot of fun and we've had a lot of test results to write down. And today we are going to talk about, next slide please, yes. We're going to do a little recap of the last presentation, that's 2 weeks ago. We're going to show the demo level as it is right now. And we're going to show you what we have on the side, and we are still working on those things. And we will close off this presentation with any questions left. As you can see behind me, we have finished sprint 3. That's the demo level phase. And we will enter the fine-tune phase next week. Next slide. Yes. And this is the recap of what we've previously done the last Terrible Thursday. As you can see, we have made the pressure plate mechanic working. We have modeled CC and we have even made some animations for him. We have made the bomb and the rooms the game takes place in have already been modeled, but they were still a little bit bland. But we have added some things today in our demo level. Next. And we close off our previous presentation with what we would do next Terrible Thursday. And we have the item wheel and the pause menu and the main menu. And we have implemented both. So now we're going to show you the gameplay footage as it is right now. We can see the main menu. We start the new game from here. And we are walking through the desert with Ebo. We have a drag and drop system from both inventories using the E key to access both. And those are the health kits and the bombs. So Ebo will now, as you can see, we have the desert area, which is the first area Ebo wakes up in. And he wakes up because of an alarm that the toxic clouds are nearing. And now we're going to show you what happens when you enter the toxic clouds. In the left corner, upper corner, you can see the toxic bar is slowly filling up. And when it's filled up, you will lose hearts. Yes, it's visible. Slowly the bar will empty. Yeah. And we also have some music playing in the background now. Now we're walking over a bridge. And we are going to enter the bunker. That's the hideout for Ebo, so he won't get hurt by the toxic gases. And we're now in the bunker. The music is playing twice right now, so excuse us for this little bug we couldn't fix in time, but we're just going to show it anyway. We have the same pressure plate mechanic, now with an emission map on both pressure plates. And we need both to open the main door, because we're now in the airlock. We have also implemented all of the animations for CC right now. Now the door has been opened. And Ebo has been modeled as well. I forgot to mention that. We are now entering the next room in the bunker. As you could have seen, we have a few rocks. We've decorated the rooms a little bit more with rocks and sleeping bags and etc. We have changed the lighting. We are now in the other room, which we can't enter through because of the rocks. So we need a bomb to open the next room. So now we're going to the bomb dispenser room. As you can see, it's a little buggy. And we have a crouching mechanic, but we don't have animations for it yet, so he will just go straight through. But he is crouching, so just so you know. Yes, and we are now in the bomb dispenser room. And as you can see, there are bombs walking around, and we can actually pick them up using E to put them in our inventory. And you just saw our quick access menu from what's in Ebo's pockets. And we have now collected the bombs, so we are going back to the room with the wall. Crouching again. So we're going to put the bomb now, accessing it from the quick slot menu. The bomb is now timing off for it to go off. Boom! We're now entering our next area, which is supposed to be the combat area, but we haven't yet been able to implement that. As you can see, we have a huge location for us to crawl through, and we have rats in the room as well. And the runes on the pillars surrounding this scenery are emitting light. Yeah, we have the rats, the animations work as well. And we are now in the first aid room, where once you get hurt from fighting the rats in the room we just saw before, you can heal up. And the next room is still incomplete, but we are working on that. Can stop the video. Yes, okay, you've just saw a little sneak peek of our demo level, and we are also working on playtesting. Last Tuesday we have playtested with the first 5 people who wanted to play our game, and it was really fun to do. And we have also asked them, of course, if they wanted to be able to be shown in the presentation, and we have that. And design is still focusing on bug fixing, user tests. As you can see right here, we're going to do some fine-tuning, more decorating on the existing rooms, and we have a combat mechanic that's in the making, as you can see right here. Yeah, and that's it. Are there any questions? Please wait while we get things in order. Yes, I can see you now. I cannot hear you yet.
The time warp.
Yes, I can hear you.
Super.
Can you hear us? Me?
We can indeed, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
First off, yeah, it looks really good. Lots of fog everywhere, so the details are kind of hard to see. Going to be some balancing with sight lines and atmosphere that you want to create. That's really nice. It's nice to have some mechanics in there. You've got some thing you can do, some problem you can solve, a little bit of interaction. I am wondering a little bit though, are you hoping to have CC be more distinct in what he can do? Because right now you take control of him for one moment to make him stand somewhere, and then I'm not actually sure if he ever stopped standing there. Is it the goal that you will give him an order to start following you again? Can you tell him to go different places, or will he just do the last thing you did when you were controlling him indefinitely? How does that work? Can you use a little insight into how CC works and how you want him to work?
Yeah, we actually from the playtests we noticed that too, because the players would leave CC at the pressure plate, and we wanted him to follow Ebo. So we were working on that. There is an AI for Ebo to follow, for CC to follow Ebo, and likewise vice versa. But yeah, we are implementing that in the next sprint because we didn't have time for it to change it for this Terrible Thursday.
Okay, the design is when he's not actively being controlled, he'll follow whichever character you're not controlling will follow the other.
Yes.
How's that going to work with your puzzle? That requires one of them to stay where you put them until the other one gets to the plate.
Can you repeat your question?
So if when you're not controlling one of the two characters, it will use AI to follow the one you are controlling.
Mm-hmm.
How do you solve the puzzle that requires you to stand one on one platform and then control the other over to a different platform?
Oh, yeah, we have a mechanic that to switch between following and standing. So when you move CC, you can actually give a command like stay where you are, so it will stay, and you can also use a button command to make him follow you. And the same goes with Ebo.
Super. And those will be ready to show in next Terrible Thursday.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, they are already in. They are already in this Terrible Thursday presentation.
Super. Yeah, and the only other thing I really have is, you just said the music's really nice. It's got a nice sort of beat to it where it's present but not overwhelming. It sets a good mood. Nice work. Also, I love CC's animations. I like inorganic. What's the word? Animate objects that are inorganic, and I think that the animations worked really well. I'm looking forward to seeing how Ebo gets animated. I mean, right now is the model, but no real animations yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing those, because organic animation is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
About the music, is, for example, if the toxic stuff is coming in his way, is the music changing then in more dangerous, or so you get alert something?
That was the plan, but we wanted to use the same music for the different rooms right now to have a little ambience, and
yeah, sure.
We are going to use more songs in the next Terrible Thursday.
Okay. And what I was wondering, because I was not there last week, 2 weeks ago, was not completely clear to me, and maybe your test feedback got the same results. I don't know. How do you know what the objectives are of the mission? If I forget the mission, for example, where I forgot, can I read it back somehow, somewhere, what I have to do next?
Yeah, we have planned some auditory cues for dialogue to have Ebo tell in a way, not give it to the player directly, but we are going to use dialogue to tell the player what is happening at the moment.
Yep.
And we were planning to leave more visual cues and auditory cues for the player to know what they are supposed to do. And we want the player to progress through the bunker. So, yeah.
Yeah, some indicators that you can see your progress and where you've been, or maybe not. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the goal should be, but okay. Yeah, thanks.
Any more questions? If not, then I want to.
Yeah, maybe one. Maybe one. When your little robot opens the door, or he activates a mechanism to open the door, you have what's it called? If you use the
CC,
camera,
companion crate.
yeah. But then you see the camera turns to the door, but it was a kind of misty, and the resolution was a bit crappy on my screen. So do you actually see an animation of an opening door then? So you see what
not yet.
Of his action? Okay.
But we have it planned, because that's also some things from the play tests, that there wasn't given a cue for the player to know what they have done standing on the pressure plate. So we are actually going to implement that in the next sprint.
Okay, that's nice. And also the doorway going the bunker you enter. Also you just walked through the door, but I think there's going to be an animation as well that the door opens. Or no, the very first one when he enters the bunker, the door, the round door.
Yeah, the door to the airlock room.
Yeah, the airlock.
Yeah. Currently, these are two different scenes, and we switch between them. So yes, we should definitely look into making that transition a little bit smoother.
And that's a really nice moment to have your sort of emotional transition where you've got the approaching cloud and the probably tense music that's building up, and then have the door significant in some way that, you know, the closing should feel safe for a moment.
Yeah.
At least one problem behind you.
Yes. Okay.
And yeah, I reiterate Bart's comment. We know where you're going, what you're supposed to be doing. But that is something to pay attention to for new players. I don't see a whole lot of kind of landmarking and guidance for new players on knowing where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
So see if maybe you can refine that a little. You've got those emissive light sources. Those are probably going to be useful for, breadcrumbing your way to desired locations.
Yes. I'm going to take that into account. If there are no more questions, I believe not, then I will close off this presentation.
Let me check the Teams chat. No, sorry. No.
Oh, okay. Then I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year on the next Terrible Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And
You guys too.
Thank you, guys.
good presentation.
Yeah, last one.